Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We are honored, happy, and glad to start this morning and to inaugurate the International Experts Conference, Audience, Media, and Information Literacy, which celebrates the 10th anniversary of the Fez Declaration on Media and Information Literacy, which was adopted in Fez in 2011. And we are also commemorating the UNESCO Global Media and Information Literacy Week 2021. This conference, organized by Moulay Ismail University in close collaboration with UNESCO headquarters and UNESCO office in Rabat. We are proud of this collaboration and partnership with UNESCO. And the conference is organized also with key actors, associations, international centers and regional centers working in the field of media and information literacy. We will have the time to thank each one of them later on. Now I'm glad to give the floor to Mr. The President of Moulay Ismail University, Dr. Hassan Sahbi, to inaugurate this great celebration of the 10th anniversary of the Fez Declaration. Mr. President, you have the floor.
Mesdames et messieurs, d'abord, permettez-moi de vous souhaiter à tous la bienvenue à cette conférence nationale aux médias et informations. C'est une conférence virtuelle imposée par la pandémie Covid-19. En collaboration étroite, en partenariat avec plusieurs partenaires de renom aux médias et à l'information, et en commémoration du 10e anniversaire de Fez sur l'éducation aux médias. Il y a la semaine de l'information 2021 pour les Ismaël, à travers la faculté des lettres, le laboratoire de recherche interculturelle Jean A. Land et le groupe de recherche en communication interculturelle et alors résolution de conflits organise sur 2 jours, 9 et 30 novembre 2021, cette conférence regroupant plusieurs experts intitulée et les assises de l'éducation, l'information, 10 années de réalisation et perspectives pour aller de l'avant. Il est certain que nous avons toutes sortes d'actions pour fonctionner. La quantité des informations avec laquelle nous interagissons détermine dans une large mesure nos attitudes. Ces informations, d'autres personnes, de médias, de musées, d'éditeurs, ou encore d'autres formes d'information, y compris ceux. Partout dans le monde, nous assistons à une autre de l'information. Il y a la communication, tandis que certains sont avides d'informations, d'autres des contenus imprimés, télévisés et numériques. L'éducation aux médias répond aux questions que nous nous posons tous. D'abord, comment chercher, évaluer de manière critique, utiliser et contribuer du contenu à bon escient, que ce soit en ligne ou hors ligne. Quels sont justement quels sont les accès à l'utilisation de l'information? Comment interagir avec les médias et les nouvelles technologies de l'information pour promouvoir l'égalité, le dialogue interreligieux, la paix, la liberté d'expression, d'information. À travers des ressources de capacité, tels que des programmes d'enseignement, des principes et un cadre d'évaluation. L'UNESCO soutient le développement de compétences aux médias et à l'information, dont surtout l'objectif de permettre aux formés d'exercer leur citoyenneté dans la communication et de former également des citoyens actifs, éclairés et responsables de demain. L'éducation vise essentiellement les connaissances et les compétences pour leur permettre d'utiliser les médias de manière éthique et surtout créative, tant dans la vie quotidienne que professionnelle. C'est en intellectuelle contre la désinformation. Le défi d'aujourd'hui, pour toutes les nations, c'est former des citoyens éclairés, capables de penser et de construire les sociétés démocratiques. C'est un défi qui s'installe dans un monde qui se transforme à l'ère de la révolution numérique. Mais face au flux d'informations, au support démultiplié à la des médias, les connaissances nécessaires à l'évaluation critique de l'information se complexifient, car nous sommes confrontés et comment en utilisant les ressources des médias et de l'information. C'est pourquoi cette éducation a pour objectif fondamental d'amener les nouvelles générations recul sur les médias, adopter une information croisée des sources et surtout s'interroger sur les d'opinion et d'expérience. Notre université, l'université Moulay Ismail, aujourd'hui, d'accueillir 39 experts de 21 pays qui vont participer à cette vont discuter, vont surtout quant à cette éducation, les médias et l'information. Et c'est la première de notre université qui s'est fixé comme objectif d'échanger et de faire le point sur les réussites accomplies sous le leadership de l'UNESCO, les partenariats internationaux et les initiatives qui viennent de s'écouler et de délibérer sur les médias à l'information dans la afin d'assurer à tous l'éducation aux médias et à l'information faisant partie intégrale des droits humains et de l'ère numérique et de l'éducation pour le XXIe siècle, qui compte aujourd'hui plus de 80 000 étudiants, 1700 cadres administratifs, et fiers de ce partenariat avec l'UNESCO, de coopération fructueuse dans le universitaire sur les médias et l'information et le dialogue interculturel, surtout par l'UNESCO et l'Alliance des civilisations des Nations Unies, du premier forum international sur l'éducation aux médias qui s'est tenu du 15 au 10 2011 à Fès, à l'université. De ce premier forum international sur les médias et à l'information de Fès et la création de réseaux universitaires internationaux aux médias et à l'information et du dialogue interculturel. Parmi les objectifs fixés par sensibiliser à l'éducation et à l'information dans le monde entier, de promouvoir la diversité, le dialogue interculturel et de promouvoir et d'échanger international sur l'éducation aux médias et l'information, de créer un espace constructif, la recherche et le débat, et enfin, notre université est représentée dans ce réseau universitaire. Professeur, docteur, professeur à la faculté des lettres, et aussi un membre très actif du réseau universitaire, et aussi président de cette conférence d'aujourd'hui, comme je l'avais signalé auparavant, aux experts. En distanciel, dans cette conférence internationale qui, certes, sera une réussite, mais surtout pour notre université, d'être parmi nous aujourd'hui, et je le souhaite.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Président. Mr. President of Moulay Ismail University welcomes all participants and distinguished speakers and all involved in this international celebration of the Fez Declaration, 10th anniversary of the Fez Declaration. He said that we at Moulay Ismail University we are very proud and honored of this close collaboration with UNESCO. And he saluted all the other partners who have contributed and joined their efforts to the organization of this conference. He highlighted that we are faced today with the explosion of both information and disinformation, and that the challenge of today, the world facing is how to be able to use information critically and wisely, to deal with the media and information critically and wisely, and to be creative also, not to be a simple consumer of information. So he referred to the adoption of the Fez Declaration at the first International Forum on Media and Information Literacy organized by Sidi Mohammed bin Abdullah University on 2011, and the launch of the UNESCO and United Nations Alliance of Civilizations University Network on Media and Information Literacy and Intercultural Dialogue. He said that we at Moulay Ismail University, we are proud to be member of this international university, network. And I personally, Mr. President mentioned that Moulay Ismail University is represented in this global university network by myself, Dr. Jisia Shwit, which is a great, very great honor to represent my university, Moulay Ismail University, and to be in touch and collaboration with all the experts around the world working in this network. Mr. President highlighted that this university network has given a space for cultural constructive space for promoting media and information literacy and promoting intercultural dialogue. Mr. President said that media information literacy is a basic human right to be accessible to all. We should all work towards equalitarian societies and active and full citizenship. Well, I summarized the main ideas of Mr. President. He wishes all success to this international conference, and he reiterated the great honor of Moulay Ismail University to host this international conference partnered by 12 partners and with 39 international experts from 21 countries from around the world. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for this honor to inaugurate this international experts conference, audience, media and information literacy, 10 years of achievements and the way forward. We have the honor to have Dr. Min Kyok Lim, who is the advisor for communication at the UNESCO office in Rabat. Dr. Min, you have the floor.
Very much. Dr. Hassan Sahabi, President of the Moulay Ismail University of Magnus, Dr. Mohammed Humanities, Dr. English participants. Assalamu alaikum. Bonjour à tous et à tous. Good morning to everyone. As the host of the conference, Moulay Ismail University is based in Morocco, in Asia. Anna Ming Lim, ou l'information pour l'UNESCO de Rabat. Sharaf Bezefr Moarifkum. I'm Ming Lim, the head of information in the UNESCO office based in Rabat. It is a pleasure to meet everyone. The university for inviting UNESCO to be part of this conference. This year, which coincides with of the FAST Declaration on Media Information, exciting year for the study of media information literacy. Allow me to highlight. In April this year, UNESCO published the new resource, Media Information Literate Citizen, Think Critically, Click Wisely. Second edition of the very popular UNESCO model and learners, which 10 years ago, and has been used by educators and learners around the globe. On UNESCO launched the Global Standard Information Literacy Curriculum Development Guidelines to help guide information literacy curricula development around the world. This global standard is the culmination of 2 years which started in 2019. Stakeholders, more than 100 countries probably had been involved. These actions are, of course, Global Media Information Literacy Week celebration is actually part of as well. MIL have been made more urgent, ladies and ongoing global pandemic. As the President, the fact we are hosting this conference online is partly the fact that we still cannot travel. And we also have to deal with the that has been coined by regarding all the spread of disinformation and misinformation. There is a growing body of research on how social media platforms policy or their algorithm spread this. These taken together with the psychology, which points to the fact for false information, suggests to us the need to shift. And I use this rarely, most of the time. But in this regard, the backdrop of what's happening globally, I think we do shift in how we interact with information and information moving forward. In the 41st session of the UNESCO conference, which is the highest decision-making body of UNESCO, November 24th recently, all the member states acknowledged by media literacy in the world and urge UNESCO to continue to support MIL. To paraphrase the words of UNESCO's Madame Audrey Azoulay, in this deluge of we need more reference points, more rational thinking. Literacy is such a key skill for 21st century citizens. As one recent research published this year had shown, the spread largely driven by inattention to lack of reflective thinking, rather than the sharing of misinformation. All these points toward is the need to approach media and information we teach in order to produce thinkers who are more mindful, critical, vis-a-vis this deluge of information and media. I think MIL is one of the ways to, I'm probably speaking to the choir here, so most is one of the tools that we have on hand. So in the communication and journalism disciplines, where for decades we have already drilled into the psyche of communicators and researchers, the fundamental what, where, why, when, how of MIL requires an enlarged scale. It has to be also multidisciplinary and different subjects and courses. Being MIL literate, journalism or communication courses, it matters to the study of social sciences, economics, environmental studies, or to hope that another pandemic will not happen. Hope and wait for CEOs of enlighten and chooses social rather than profit. We cannot afford to wait. That we use even today, including MIL. MIL the competency to think critically, the content they receive, and the content they share with others, and their role in communicating sustainable development. Bullet that can solve all problems is one of the options that we have. And most importantly, and this I think is where it's most interesting, is that we haven't the fullest potential of MIL yet. In the global scheme of things, MIL is quite concept. So there's still room to grow and improve. I'm very happy to we have this MIL curriculum, which is designed to empower in general, from school teachers to those involved in NGOs, to train people to spot misrepresentation, and most importantly, to develop these critical thinking competencies. It introduces 14 core across 7 competencies, very rich MIL curricula. It provides outlines, objectives, content, activities, and the curriculum also is by established pedagogical approaches, such as issue inquiry, learning, empirical, scientific analysis, critical inquiry, and more. So I would like to take this opportunity to announce a call for submission and February 2022, the UNESCO Office for the Maghreb will take submissions from accredited educational from the region or institution outside of the region to current courses that includes MIL adaptation or new mainstream and adapt MIL curriculum courses or other courses, but in a multidisciplinary manner. Small grant is available to develop these new courses on a case-by-case basis, and institutions may submit an expression of interest to before the 28th of February. And allow me to share my screen. 28th of February, so that we can, and we hope that this will prove to be an initiative boost the initiative and innovation in using MIL, not just curriculum and communication curriculum in every world that we need today. So with that, I will return space and the floor to Dr. Tricia. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lim. Highly pleased and honored to have you, and with all the information that you have tackled about the importance of media information literacy in the context of the pandemic, and it is more urgent now, it is needed now more than ever. The initiative of UNESCO to adapt the curriculum, the new UNESCO curriculum to the region is to be commended. I'm sure that Mr. President of Moulay Ismail University and Mr. Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Humanities have taken notes of it. And we will get in touch with you for further deliberations on this. Thank you very much. Now the floor to Dr. Mohamed Larouz, Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Humanities. Thank you. The floor is yours, Dr. Larouz.
Okay, thank you, Professor Tricia Schwitt. Dear Mr. President of Moulay Ismail University, Min Kyum Lim, dear distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is such a great honor for us to host this international conference in Morocco, and particularly in Meknes, one of the historical cities designated by UNESCO as one of the World Heritage Sites, thanks to its mighty grave walls and places that host it. On behalf of our university in particular, we would like to welcome you all, our distinguished speakers from all around the world. We would like to receive you on campus, but as everybody knows, due to the COVID-19 circumstances, we have no choice but to revert to the online conference scheme. We are sure that this conference has featured a number of experts, academics, and researchers renowned in the field of education, media, and literacy. As pertinent and visionary as it stands, the choice of this year's international conference theme, 10 years of achievement and the way forward, of the 10th anniversary of the first declaration on media and information literacy and the 10th edition of the Global Media and Information Literacy Week. And I think this is a well thought out topic and theme for the conference. And the conference has been organized by Moulay Ismail University of Madness in collaboration with UNESCO. And I would like to seize the opportunity to thank Dr. Min Kyok Lim, the advisor for communication, the UNESCO office in the Maghreb region based in Rabat. We would like to extend our sincere thanks to all the speakers participating in the conference. We would similarly like to thank the organizing committee invested into bringing this conference into existence. This event would never have happened without the dedication and the tenacious commitment of Professor Dr. Tricia Schwid, my colleague. Once again, thank you for the wonderful job. She has been able to bring all these people together. We all owe her and her husband, Ami Fisi, a lot of gratitude. He is indeed an invisible soldier. We will enjoy listening to presentations that would be delivered speakers and participants. Once again, I wholeheartedly welcome you to this session, and I wish you all the best of luck and a successful academic endeavor. That this conference will bring important recommendations in the field of education. And I think as discussed, recently are very important and pertinent in an international curriculum related to developing, critical thinking skills in our learners or in the minds of our students at the university level or in primary level perhaps, or in... Once again, I wish you all the best for the floor is yours, Professor Tricia Schwid.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dean. Thank you for your nice and kind words. It's my honor. I don't find the words to express my happiness and honor for being the representative of Moulay Ismail to the UNESCO University Network on Media and Information Literacy and Intercultural Dialogue, and to be the chair of this international experts conference. Thank you, Dr. Larouz. Well, you were expected to be the moderator of this session, so please continue moderating it because changes happened at the last minute. So give me the floor to speak.
And you know that our schedule is very tight and heavy, Mr. President, so we'll not be able to continue, for the rest of the presentation. We'll be listening to you, and maybe we may withdraw because of the heavy schedule we have together.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Dean. We fully understand. you have engagements that would not allow you to follow all the sessions of the conference. Thank you for honoring us with your presence, and thanks to Mr. President. Now, my brief speech, welcoming speech. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Mr. President of Moulay Ismail University of Meknes, Mr. Advisor for Communication and Information for the UNESCO Maghreb, Mr. Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Humanities, Meknes, dear participants, distinguished speakers, dear ladies and gentlemen. This is a historical moment to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the first Declaration on Media Information Literacy and to inaugurate today the International Experts Conference, Audience Media and Information Literacy, 10 years of achievements and the way forward. We are thankful and grateful to the President of Moulay Ismail University, Dr. Hassan Stahbi, for honoring us with his presence and for inaugurating this international conference of experts in media and information literacy, the first of its kind. To celebrate the 10th anniversary of the first Declaration on Media Information Literacy and to commemorate the Global Media and Information Literacy Week 2021. Sincere thanks to the President of Moulay Ismail University also for his unfailing support and encouragement. Thank you so much, Mr. President. We are glad and honored to have Dr. Ming Kyok Lim from the UNESCO office in Rabat at this inaugural ceremony. Thank you, Dr. Lim, for honoring us with your presence and for your strategic intervention that sets the stage for the next decade, building on achievements in the last decade. We are glad and honored to have the Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Humanities, Dr. Mohamed Larouz, as moderator of this inaugural ceremony and speaker. Thank you very much, Dr. Larouz. This International Experts Conference, Audience Media and Information Literacy, is organized by Moulay Ismail University and its Faculty of Arts and Humanities, the Research Laboratory L'Artigals, and the Research Group on Intercultural Communication, Dialogue and Conflict Resolution in collaboration with UNESCO and in partnership with the 11 key partners. We are very proud, honored, thankful, and grateful to our partners for supporting our initiative and making of it a great celebration for a great event. The idea of this celebration originated as a joint initiative of Moulay Ismail University and UNESCO, our lead partner. We are so proud to have UNESCO as lead partner. We are deeply indebted, so grateful and thankful to UNESCO and its regional office in Rabat for their close collaboration in organizing this conference. Our sincere thanks and expressions of gratitude to the Assistant Director General of UNESCO, Dr. Tawfiq Jelassi, for his encouragement and support. Special thanks to Dr. Alton Grizel at the Sector of Communication and Information at UNESCO headquarters, with whom we have been closely cooperating for the organization of this momentous event. And no expressions of thanks would suffice to thank Dr. Lim from the UNESCO office for the Maghreb for his substantial input and deep involvement in all stages of preparations of this audience media and information literacy and promoting the event at the regional level. We are highly grateful and thankful to our key partners for joining us in this great celebration of the 10th anniversary of the first Declaration on Media Information Literacy and the commemoration of the Global Meal Week 2021. Our sincere thanks to all of them for promoting the event and contributing eminent speakers who will participate in various plenary sessions of the conference. We are honored that our conference is organized in partnership with the European Association for Viewers' Interest, Brussels, Belgium, Center for Media and Information Literacy in the United States, Sidi Mohammed bin Abdullah University, Fez, Morocco, Mentor International Media Education Association, Egypt, Swiss Institute of Cultural Diplomacy, Switzerland, UNESCO Chair Forum University and Heritage, Spain, Center for Media and Information Literacy, Kenya, Aristotle University of Thessaloniki and its Peace Journalism Laboratory, Greece, International Center for Communication Development, Bangladesh, and Ethics International Press, United Kingdom, that will publish the edited book of selected papers that will be titled Audience, Media and Information Literacy, Global Perspectives. We welcome warmly our eminent speakers who will tackle issues of prime importance relating to the theme of media and information literacy for the public good. We are glad to have international media information literacy experts who will contribute insights, analysis, and prospects in 6 plenary sessions. One of them will be in Arabic, devoted to media and information literacy in the Arab world. We are glad to have 21 participating countries, namely Bangladesh, Belgium, China, Egypt, Greece, India, Iraq, Kenya, Malaysia, Oman, Palestine, Philippines, Portugal, Russian Federation, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Tunisia, United States, Yemen, and Morocco. All this would not have been possible without the dedication and great efforts of both the scientific committee and the organizing committee. We acknowledge with sincere thanks the contributions of the distinguished members of the scientific committee, namely Dr. Mohamed Larouz, Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Humanities, Meknes, Dr. Alton Griesel, and Dr. Min Kyok Lim from UNESCO, Mr. Jordi Torrent, former project manager of the Media Literacy Program of the United Nations Alliance of Civilizations, Dr. Abdelhamid Nfisi, Sidi Mohammed University, Fez, Morocco, Ms. Sherry Hope-Culver, Director of the Center for Media and Information Literacy, United States, Dr. Her Excellency Princess Karina Bagration, Rector and co-founder of the Swiss Institute of Cultural Diplomacy, Dr. Zohra Lhiwi from Moulay Ismail University, and Mr. Huib Western from the Swiss Institute of Cultural Diplomacy. Many thanks to my colleagues at Moulay Ismail University, members of the organizing committee, for their dedication and great efforts, namely Dr. Mohammed Al-Haddahda, Director of L'Arcigals Laboratory, Dr. Mohsen Nashid, Dr. Ahmed Shwari, Dr. Kamal Isawi, and Dr. Hisham Fatmi. Thank you all for joining efforts to make this great celebration possible. It will enable us to exchange experiences and expertise with the aim to make media and information literacy accessible and empowering to all for a better future to all of us. I wish all success to audience media and information literacy, and I look forward to learning from you all and interacting with you all. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Dr. Shwin, I think with your permission, we may withdraw myself and then we wish you the best of a conference. Now,
please, just 2 minutes. If you have 2 minutes, Dr. Lim will play the video of UNESCO. That will be the last element in this opening session. Just 2 minutes.
The way we create and consume information has changed significantly in recent years. Today, more than half of the world's population, including over 70% of all youth globally, are online. But how can we make sure that all information is used for public good? To promote dialogue and respect, support SDGs and democracy, and empower lifelong learners, instead of breeding hate speech, disinformation, fake news, and privacy violations. Media and information literacy is designed to combat these challenges and enable people to better benefit from positive opportunities. It gives individuals the skills to interpret and understand information, to think critically and click wisely, both on and offline. UNESCO has launched the second edition of the MIL curriculum for educators and learners. It provides a comprehensive framework for information, media and digital competencies, so individuals can spot misinformation and engage positively in society. It's not just a framework, but a foundation to live by. To help make sense of ever-changing information-based influences by becoming media and information literate citizens, we are empowered to make the right choices. Learn more about media and information literacy and how it can support citizens to think critically and click wisely on and offline.
Thank you, Dr. Lim, for playing this video on the importance of media and information literacy, summarized in its title, Think Critically, Click Wisely. Thank you for honoring us with your presence in this inaugural ceremony for the launch of the International Experts Conference, Media and Audience Media and Information Literacy. Thank you, Dr. Larouz, for being with us and for your support. Big thanks to our President, Dr. Hassan Sabi, President of Moulay Ismail University, for launching this conference. Thank you very much. Dear attendees and dear participants, this inaugural ceremony comes to a close. Now we thank you for being with us and looking forward to seeing you in the first plenary panel that will take place in 35 minutes at 10:30. Thank you all. See you at the first plenary panel. Dr. Lim, you will be the moderator of the first panel. We will close this one and then we will come back at 10:30.
Thank you. Here, so.
See you then.
Okay.